So let's start off with addressing an accuser who was very upset that he failed to receive his Android update where he says, "Liar, liar, pants on fire." Well, look at this, BAMO, where Android officially announced that it was starting to drop the Android Lollipop update, and note the date, yes, November 12th. But it's okay, if you can't be patient, we will show you how to sideload that puppy. First, let's start off with the big news that came this week with regards to a new music subscription service. It turns out that the big dog YouTube is coming to play. YouTube's Music Key will launch at a promotional price of $7.99 a month and will then be offered at a normal rate of $9.99 per month. And if you're one of the lucky ones to be chosen for the first round of invites, you'll win yourself 6 months of the service for free. Music Key will launch with a new music category in YouTube that offers all music videos as well as recommended content based on your music taste. Not sold on the price though? Well, the subscription service will be available free for everyone, but that free subscription service will have ads enabled. So there is a way to still experience Music Key content without ever having to pay a dime. You know what? This is monstrous news, and for some reason it's not getting the coverage that it should. I have seen the future. I have 3 teenagers at home, and they almost exclusively watch YouTube all day, especially if you let them. My daughter especially will listen to her music, not by spending an iTunes gift card, although she does, but most of the time she's listening to her music on YouTube. She just presses refresh after that video is done and listens to the song again. A subscription service would allow her not to have to refresh. I suspect she would love something like that. Would you guys pay for a YouTube music subscription? Let me know in the comments below. Now, for those of you who don't know, there is a war going on behind the scenes, and the battlefield is mobile video. And Samsung is trying to play in that field, and they've spent tens of millions of dollars on a project codenamed Volt. Volt is a product that will likely include music and other media services, but will initially focus on video experiences on a mobile device. Samsung has already spoken to Hollywood talent agencies in the hope of finding as much original video content as possible. Similar mobile video services are also being started by companies such as Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram, although these services will focus largely on user-generated mobile videos. Basically, mobile companies want to try and replicate the success that mobile games have had in the last decade with growing revenues. Now, it's interesting to know that Samsung has already tried to do something like this where they had their Samsung Media Hub, but they got slapped by Mother Google for providing something on their phones that they are already providing in the Google Play Store. So we'll see how that goes. You know what, at the risk of sounding like a Google fanboy, I gotta say, I am so impressed with Google's ability to innovate on their core product, which is search. And they're doing it still. Google is beginning to roll out Google Search version 4.0 with material design. The new update brings bold colors, fluid animations, and simplified layouts to the search app. First of all, the company announced that the Nexus 6, Nexus 9, and the Samsung Galaxy Note will all now have the ability to use the OK Google voice prompt while the screen is off and the phone is unplugged. We knew this feature was coming with Lollipop, but this is the first we've heard of devices utilizing the feature. The search app is also getting smarter and a tiny bit creepier when it comes to reminders. If you've neglected to respond to an email or forgotten to add an event to your calendar, Search will try and save you from forgetting. Once an event is created, such as dinner with Chris or drinks with Susan, you'll be prompted to add it to your calendar on top of a handy reminder so you don't forget. Also, each reminder is getting its own Google Now card, so you can now more easily track events and to-do list items. And to top it off, Google can now flip a coin. That's right. I just wanted to see how smart she was. Okay, Google. Flip a coin. Heads I win, tails you lose.
Stop being a wanker.
Shut up. All right, let's talk Lollipop. And I know many of you are going to have questions about, Jayce, when does my device get Lollipop? Well, we don't really know. No one really knows, but there's a great article here from Android Authority staff that gives you a best educated guess about when your device should get Lollipop, and it's updated on a regular basis. But if you can't wait, Mr. Hindi has a fantastic video tutorial right here about how to manually install Lollipop Update for those of you who do not have the patience. Let me know how it works in the comments below. But it is only for those of you who can follow instructions. Good luck. Thanks for watching Android Army. My name is Jayce. and I'd love to connect with you right here on Google Plus or Twitter. I read all my comments and @replies. Can't reply to them all, but I do read them. And last week I spoke a little bit of German and set the comments on fire, and people were wondering if I was German and had a whole bunch of questions. So I am German descent. I am from Canada near Toronto, but I've been here for my family's been here for about 300 years. But I'm German descent, right? So long time ago, Germans came here and poof, here I am. But I lived in Germany for a while. I lived in India for a while. I've traveled a lot and learned many languages, and I love languages. So German's just one of them. But yeah. So I wanted to answer some of those questions. If you have any other questions, put them in the comments below and I'll try and answer them at this last outro if that kind of works for you. I also want to give you an update on the inbox up invites. I chose 3 great suggestions for Android Q&A shows and I'll be using those. Thank you so much. And I gave those invites out. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of Google Inbox. I'm still using it and like it a lot. Don't forget about my brothers in Android, Josh, Joe, and the Tech Ninja, Kevin, Lon, and Chris. That's right, we are coming up to 1 million subs. It's going to be a big celebration. I shall see you next week on Android Weekly.